Okay,
Jeneane, where's this picture?
it's up there on that, whatever that road is. I can't think of the name of it. Jenson or something.
In Vermont?
Yeah, it's Montpelier. I mean, it's it's up from my house in Barry. I'm pretty sure you painted there, Carol. It's Jenson Road. When I taught that class for spa, this is the place we started, maybe.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did I cut this off like I did? What was I thinking? Why is the house down here? Is it just not really? Nope, that's really what I did. I must have decided I was leaving that barn out. I don't even know. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, so I'm just gonna put my little lines in. And then
Jeneane, what color is that paper you're using right now?
well, it's just that Italian gray,
Okay,
I think.
thank you. I just got a delivery of it and I was wondering if that's what it was. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm already sorry I'm doing this too. Ugh. Okay, I just drew this so bad, but you know. Okay, and so the clouds kind of come over here. And then there's that business that goes this way, and then there's these guys, and there's these guys. It's times like these when I sort of start to wonder, is drawing from that grid sometimes maybe, of course I made camels some way too big. It looms large in my mind. It just sometimes I wonder, like I've been drawing so much from a grid, is that affecting my drawing? You know, I can't even, I know that's camel's hump, but I can hardly tell it is. We'll just make it, oh, it's over more too. The thing about, the reason you want your drawing to be accurate is if you're gonna carry it a long way, like and work on the color and stuff, it can be really super annoying when you can't get the colors in the right place because you didn't draw it right. And yeah, for me anyway, really like to know. But I am gonna shorten this right here a little so I can get these guys in. And why in the name of heaven did I put this right down here in the edge?
Is that a house?
It's part of a barn.
I see.
It's a super awkward barn. So I think I actually took out some of it, but I could have just maybe a little red spot down here. It's really hard also, I think, because like I just said, that camel's hump seems like a really big thing. It's a big thing in my mind, so I see it bigger when I draw it. I can't tell you how many drawings I've seen that people have done of like the Himalayas when really it was the mountains behind Lake Champlain, myself included. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and just start. This is what I really wanted to say is that you want to start as big as you can. So instead of starting with individual trees or individual anything, you just want to slam it on there. And I know exactly what your problem is with that painting is you're doing it for a friend and you're nervous. And the thing I used to hate the worst is if people would come in and say, oh, I'm doing a Christmas present, because I always like froze.
I took my painting to the framer.
Oh, which one?
The one of where Owen proposed.
Oh.
Owl's head.
Oh.
And the whole time he's looking at it, I'm thinking, oh my God, am I really gonna frame that? Oh my God, am I gonna
Well, what did the framers say?
I don't know. He said this mat looks good, this does look good, this, you know.
Well, that's exciting. Wait till you see it framed. You'll be so excited.
Yeah,
It's
I
a whole
doubt
new
it.
world.
I really doubt it.
No, you will. Also, I just gotta say, Michelle, you gotta like enjoy yourself a little more here.
No, I enjoy the process. It's just the outcome that I have trouble with.
But you're right, framing it makes a big difference. I put a frame on the one of the marsh and from up high, and I have to say, I like seeing it up there.
Great. Well, this is kind of a terrible story, but I haven't seen this person in many, many years. So, but I had this student who was having a one-person show. And so, of course, they invited me, and I was like, oh my God, her work is so terrible, to just myself. How am I going to go to this show and find something decent to say? And yet, when I saw them, I mean, they were all done in my class, right? But when I saw them framed and on the wall, I just thought they looked terrific. So,
Jeneane, can I ask a question? The dark pink purple in the upper left-hand corner,
yep.
why would you not have done that dark blue? I'm still having a little bit of a struggle with understanding when you lay down colors that are strong and you're going to bring them back, but why the red?
Well, I think because there's, I mean, I can't point, oh, maybe I can you see my, you can see my
Yep.
cursor, right?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
like in here, there's some places that are really blue. So what
Yep.
I'm trying to do is compare the two. And I guess I just thought that looked more purpley than the other places that look bluer.
Oh, okay.
So you can't just look at one thing at a time.
Okay, thank you. I
Yeah, I
had
mean, I
not
don't
done that.
know if that's helpful, but
If I could also say, it's also an undercolor, Dee Dee. It's a deep, dark undercolor that Jeneane will build on.
Right,
So,
right.
and a lot of that purple is going to be gorgeous as it comes through.
Okay, that I have not really learned yet or experimented with enough.
And also, when Jeneane sprays it, that part will get darker. It won't be magenta, it'll be a deeper purple.
Yep.
well, I sort of felt like I started it too gray. So I kind of came back from that with the magenta.
That orange you just put in was fantastic.
Carol, how am I going to stand it without you in class?
We'll try to substitute for her.
Okay, good. And Maria is not coming back either, who was our like #1 encourager. So I might have to send you out her email so you guys can all bug her. She's like so many of us, she's overwhelmed by being a caregiver. And I just know that people, I mean, I know she is not going to go do something else that's for herself, you know. That's what worries me.
Who is she a caregiver for?
Her dad.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, she made great progress while she was here. Hope she'll do it again.
Yeah, there you go. Wait till she watches this video.
Yeah.
All right, well, so now I guess I have to do something about the land, but now I've kind of, I don't know, lost it. Lost my, what the heck am I doing? All right, so these are those little mountains that are not in the right place. This is the little camel's hump that got covered over. Okay, the next ones are super blue, I feel like. Yeah, you know what, Dee Dee, you could do that too. Look at this, look how blue that is.
Yep.
And then see how this is really purple in comparison, into my mind.
Oh, okay, that's good to see. Yep.
Yeah. whoa, my easel's moving away, as you can tell. Moved that much because I was pushing on it so hard. God, I love that. In the photograph, of course, that luminous blue color there. All right, and so then the next part, I mean, this is, I hate it when I just do things that I kind of learned to do. It really bugs me, but I'm just gonna do it anyway. So one thing you can do is if you start your greens with red, for one thing, what that does is it helps bring them forward. So it's dark, but it also brings it forward. I'm getting rid of the brown and everything. It's going. I don't know what was I thinking when I cropped that.
She's so funny.
What was I thinking? Yeah, so sometimes with your greens, I mean, pastel has a problem with darks. That is true. That if you don't want to have to use black, then you have to figure out something else that you can do. And for me, that something else is spraying. I realized a lot of people don't love spraying it, but for me, I can't do it if I don't spray it. And those few weeks that I didn't have a good fixative, that was really hard, where I couldn't spray it hard enough like I wanted it to be. Like it didn't create a new surface in the same way that I wanted. And there's one reason I like to spray is that things get darker. And then the other reason I like to spray stuff is that it makes it's like almost like a dry brush in oil painting where it actually gets rougher as you go. The paper and the texture, the pastel gets rougher instead of smoother because you've sprayed it. And then, yeah, so then you can get this sort of thing where you layer the colors on top of each other and it has like an airy quality. Like wait till you see Fran's painting tonight. She really got that in hers. Wow, so I just cannot get, so it's like, are other things not dark enough because I'm having a little trouble getting this blue to look light enough up in this little place. So nothing is an absolute in painting. It's all sort of just varies and it depends on what else is in your painting. Sometime I'll actually go look up some of those, or you could do it too. You don't have to rely on me. Those things online where they show you one color surrounded by some other color and how different it looks, but then the truth is the same color.
This morning I did a 20-minute paint along.
Oh, was that
I have. It was so much fun. It was like racing around the neighborhood. 20 minutes. It was a paint along. It was great.
So this was, I assume, online?
Yeah, online.
Not really.
Well, I was feeling uninspired by my photos, or I just had kind of a poopy week, but I rallied.
Good.
And the paint along was really fun, and I like the painting. It's, of course, it's about 15 feet away from me, so it improves with distance.
Well, however far back you have to get, I guess.
I know, really? I need a bigger house.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I sort of feel like you're harder on yourself than is really appropriate at this point in your painting career.
Well, I don't feel bad about it. I just don't like. Yeah, I don't like the stuff. I enjoy the production usually, but I can't say I like the outcome at all. Maybe a corner here or a little corner there, and
so you do feel like in your painting something turns out, usually something works like you wish, or
something. Well, they might be little Bob Ross happy accidents, but I don't know. I don't think I have very much control. Would you say at this point?
Well, I had this teacher, and what he would say is that like maybe in the beginning, like just, 1 square inch or something might be really good, and the rest of it is pretty bad. And he says that's kind of where you go from, is you just keep building up till more and more of the painting is really good. That's like the progression of being an artist.
Oh,
That kind of always gave
well, I
me.
talked to my neighbor who's, I'm sorry, she said she used to cut out those parts of her paintings. It was like micro art.
Oh, I've done that. Like,
You have?
yes, I forgot, I have done that, where you cut out a little piece, whatever's the best piece, and then you try to sort of frame
I
that.
love it. I love that.
Okay, so then the other thing I wanted to say, also kind of in relationship to Jane's start, is if you can make your strokes follow the direction of like the land, if the land is curvy or whatever it is, or if it's running at some sort of angle, it's not a straight, piece of land. If you can make your strokes go in the same direction, the direction that the land is going in, then you, it'll make it look like the land is sloping or whatever it is. So like these big clouds are more horizontal. Also, I'm having like, I'm anxious, of course, but I'm having a pretty good time here because, there's not much drawing involved. And it's just sort of fun. I'm sick of futzing around, but I don't quite know where to go. Like, Carol's got some really nice abstract paintings she did, so that's gonna be fun. It's like the teaser here, and then you'll see. But I don't know why, but you can see, maybe you can see right in here, it's starting to kind of mush together. So it's gonna have to be sprayed before I can do too much more up there. Whoa, come back. So one thing I try to do is, I don't want to just have it, just one part needs to be sprayed and the rest is not far enough along to spray. I want to kind of I want to have everything ready to spray before I spray it. So because for one thing, the spraying is going to send it kind of back to a more beginning stage. And also you have a finite number of times you can spray something. So I don't want to waste a spray when everything's not really ready to spray. So I just been messing around with the sky a little too much.
So Jeneane, I have a question about your strokes. When I do strokes, they don't look like yours. Is that because my pastels are harder or because I'm not pressing down hard enough?
Well, I'm pressing pretty hard. My easel keeps moving, for instance. I generally speaking have to hold on to my easel the whole time I'm painting. What kind of pastels do you have?
Rembrandt.
That's all I'm using.
Huh. Yours look better than mine.
Don't forget,
Lord.
Jeneane is using the side of the pastel, not the tip point of it.
I'm using the side. It just doesn't look the same.
Well,
Maybe I'm not pressing hard enough.
I'm using different paper too,
Yeah, my paper, I can see the watermark through it. It's kind of a bad choice.
Well, you just don't wait, get better paper. Christmas is
Yeah.
coming. People want to know what to buy you. Ask me, I'll tell them. Or tell me, ask me. And
I'll give them
them.
all a list of people who know. Yes.
Yeah, this paper changed my life, but I did spend a lot of time using the Canson paper, but that's a little bit the problem. Once you've switched to this paper, there's really no going back. Because you don't have to work. You have to work so hard on Canson paper. Whereas this paper kind of grabs the pastel.
So what is that paper you're doing?
This is Pastel Premier. And the only place I really know to get it is from Dakota. And if you get on their mailing list, stuff, they rotate whatever's on sale. And so that's what I do, is I buy a bunch when it's on sale. Probably have like $800 worth of paper sitting in the drawer right here.
They don't ask you, really, do you paint well enough to deserve this paper?
No, they just ask your credit card number.
Is it Dakota Art Store Bellingham?
Pardon me?
Is
What?
it Dakota Art Store Bellingham? Or what
I
is
don't
the
know.
website?
It's
You can
Dakota
tell us later.
Wait, it's Dakota Pastels, I think.
Yes.
Dakota
it's Bellingham.
Pastels, I think it's Bellingham, Washington.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Okay,
Those are good. I never even thought to look at that.
they have everything. Anything you ever need, they've got it.
Yeah, for pastels.
If you do pastels, you need to
Yes,
be on their mailing
pastels.
list.
And their customer service is quite extraordinary.
Yep.
Oh, I've never even needed it. I guess their service is so
Only,
good. I've never-
only because I ordered the wrong size and then had to exchange that and get a larger size, and they were very, very on top of it.
Good to know. Whoops, whoops. Well, I like when I was teaching in public school, I always tried to buy my students the best quality stuff I possibly could. Back to the paper thing, Michelle, because
Yeah,
people do better when they have high quality materials. So
okay. I will venture into high quality.
might as well. High def. Okay, there's some blue.
Wow, that's really, really great so far.
Oh, thanks.
Wow.
And I just, it takes me a long time to be pretty happy, or happy enough. So I don't think people should expect instant happiness.
Jean, who are you talking to, Jeneane?
Just myself, honestly. Because you know what, when I see the things that other people who I'm not going to mention their names right now, but you know who they are so good. And they post so much stuff on Instagram and all, and I'm just like, why do I even keep going? And then I say to myself, because it's cheaper than therapy.
It is, I paint every day now in front of my little happy life for my second cup of coffee.
Wow.
So the little 20-minute dash, which actually I like, I'll send it to you, is perfect.
Well, I know when Mary Wagner paints, and that's all night, because I get her photographs at all hours of the night.
Oh, I know, she's a night owl.
well, I find little 30 minutes of drawing, and then not necessarily different drawings, but 30 minutes at a time is pretty good. And then I come back and I see it with fresh eyes.
Yeah.
Huh. So you do that every day?
No, but I've been doing it a little bit more often in this class because we don't draw during class anymore. And that's when I used to draw.
Ah.
Okay. Well. Okay, so let's
Yeah. He also knew like a lot about forest fires and things like that. So it was interesting. He learned to box there. So
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that
Look
was
at the changing color of that purple in the top.
Wow.
well, I just sprayed the
Incredible.
crap out of it because
Wow.
I was hoping I might have gone too far.
Oh, okay. So now
The
you're
little problem with spraying is that it's hard to find a color that, like everything, even the darks you used before are now lighter. So, like, I don't want to lighten this up exactly. So this is the famous tree stroke right here. Up and over, up and over, up and over.
Up and over, okay.
Also, maybe I just got confused about what I was doing. Okay, yes, I sprayed it a lot to see if I could give you that feeling of it having depth without having to spray a bunch of times. This is so confusing. It looks so different on the screen than it looks in real life. I have to. But what you want, what I think of when I come back, and I just got confused for a minute, is I want to bring up the lights. So usually I work on the light areas first after I've sprayed it. Because it's kind of the darks, there already is like, anyway, darks are dark now, and they're darker than anything I have in my box can make it dark. So by working on the lights, I can see if I can bring up my darks at all. If that made any sense whatsoever. Because it's all a comparison, right? So. But can you tell how much I'm pushing on it? I mean, everything, my whole table is shaking, everything is going wild here.
So you let it dry for about an hour and then you can go back and work?
No, I let it dry for about a minute.
Wow.
Depends on the temperature.
Mhm.
And this, I was just, as long as I was gone, that's what I did. I sprayed it and I came back. Right? Does that make sense?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
It wasn't like you sprayed it before the critique. You just went outside and did it now.
Just now.
So I went out and sprayed when you sprayed, Jeneane.
Yeah,
It's not saving my.
it's not saving it.
No.
Well, I
Ay,
don't even
ay,
know what to say to that.
I know.
All you're trying to do is make it better. If you can just not make it worse.
That's the only thing I go for. That's my bar.
Yeah, make it better. That's mine too.
Ay, ay, ay.
Listen, I could seriously get into this too. When I look on YouTube, I swear it's just, or not YouTube, honestly, when every day that I can hardly bear now to even look at Instagram, because obviously everyone is so much better than me. And then it's like, why do I care? I don't care.
Yeah.
It's true.
Actually,
It's true.
Yeah.
You only care in the
true.
moment, like.
it's true. They're all better than me.
True.
Is that what you're saying, Michelle?
It's true that we don't care.
It's true that I am trying really hard not to care. You know, I just don't know what I want because I don't think I can sell anything anyway. I mean, we'll see. Nobody else here is doing these kind of beach scenes. We'll see, but
Your
maybe
beach
people
scenes are
want
wonderful.
pictures of
They
other
are.
people on the beach.
I think the whole you just sort of catch that beach day feeling.
Yeah,
Mhm.
It's pretty wonderful.
thank you. I do love that beach day feeling. We went to three, maybe four beaches on Sunday. Just looking around, looking for ducks.
And then you got the parrot sailors. Wow.
Oh, well, that was a different day, but I wonder if they're
Oh.
still out. I was wondering about that. No, this was,
They only
Yes.
go out when it's really windy.
yeah. Nobody was on the beach really.
What a difference
Now
from
I-
being, what a bit difference from being in central Vermont. No water, no beaches.
I know, it's a big difference.
That
Very
really
different.
changed that when you put that blue on the camel hump and that other
Whatever.
on the right.
Well, the thing is, I'm hoping, what I'm doing is I'm lightening up the sky and then that allows me to lighten up the land. So that was kind of what I was saying, that, oops, what was I doing? I started on my darkest part. Also, don't you love this way? I always am going so that I'm covering up everything I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. So if you're right-handed, you really want to go like this, right to left. So you can see what you're doing instead of like, oh, big surprise. I don't know if that's because of the way that the whole setup is here. I'm gonna have to see if I do that normally. I know I do it in painting, so maybe I do.
Jeneane, I'm confused. It looks like the water goes up in the middle.
That's a mountain. That would be a mountain, that blue water.
Okay.
In other words, there's no water in this painting.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Sorry.
Not a beach day,
Wrong
not a
concern.
beach day.
No, water can't go up.
No,
This is
I
a Ver-
know.
This is a Vermont scene, not a Providence.
Oh,
When
yeah,
water
you're
goes
right.
up,
No,
it's a
this is
tsunami.
Vermont. Here's Camel's Hump.
Okay, okay, got it now. I
And I
thought
guess
I thought it was I thought it was a water scene.
Yeah, well, it could be. I don't know why I haven't done any, but I haven't. I mean, for you guys, I've just been trying to do Vermontish. And- Whoa, shoot. Find the right color and then you drop it. If it is, I don't know if it is. Oh yeah, this is the right color. Okay. This is like the darkest green I have. So this is kind of another reason why I can't really use, I don't use those expensive pastels very much, is they will not layer like this because they fill in too much. Okay, so I
Jeneane,
haven't
will
done anything
you-
up there. What?
Jeneane, will you be in Vermont anytime soon?
No,
No?
maybe the week of Christmas, between Christmas and New Year. You know, I did
Well-
try to come see you, Judy.
Yeah, please, I have some things for you.
Oh,
And I did try to come when I was at Mary's house. I just want you to
Yeah.
know that. Oh, definitely. If I come up there, I'll come see you. Whether you have anything for me or not.
No, I have a duplicate set of Terry's darks.
Oh. Well, that's really generous of you.
Well, I can't use two at one time, can I?
It's hard. That is hard.
And I have some other things.
Alrighty. Well, Judy, I'll hope you'll keep in touch over this like break. Just because.
Oh, can I send you some paintings?
Sure, anybody can.
That
do
I
anything they
finished?
want.
Just for chatting purposes.
And also I just want to know how many things you've sold.
Yeah. Well, we just sold another one.
oh,
That's where I
Besides
was. I'll show you.
Yes,
It's embarrassing.
it's not embarrassing. It's well deserved.
So I didn't even see those purpley, pinky, rosy colors in the photo until you drew them.
Oh, that's great. There you go.
yeah.
Trying to show people something they didn't notice on their own. So see, all I'm doing is trying to make it better. That's like, what else is there? And I don't
That's
know.
what the Beatles say in Hey Jude. They're trying to make it better, better, better.
Said that. Who said that about the Beatles?
Me, Judy.
Judy, I love you.
Judy, Judy, Judy.
Jeneane, I'm
Judy,
not
what was
sure
the
we can
second
see,
painting?
I'm not sure we can see the left-hand side of your painting. Does it cut off at the edge of Camel's Hump or
Oh,
does it
no, it
keep
doesn't.
going?
I must have moved. Here we go.
There you go.
Thank
Oh my
you.
God, look at that.
Mhm.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Are you going to put in the other dark horizontal cloud?
I was just getting ready to before I had to
Okay.
do that.
I wasn't sure whether that could go over the lighter colors.
Oh, I think so. Also,
Okay.
this is a nicer pastel that just, I don't have very good Rembrandt pastels. I mean, they don't make very good ones, so
Okay.
something else, so. I kind of have one too few. Actually, I think I left out that middle one. I didn't mean to, I just did. But as you can well tell, I did not draw this very well. I'm having a good time. I like these things where I don't have to draw very much. But that's, I still can't imagine, I mean, I can't imagine doing something that has no basis in reality. And also I realized when I was working on the one of the parasailer guys, I was realizing too, like how hard, you know, how much you work, Dee Dee, to make the clouds that were in front look like the clouds in front of the sky and not the sky in front, because when it's so light and like
Right.
here, all along here, that's a really soft edge. Anyway, I realized how difficult that is.
That texture that you were talking about earlier, Jeneane, you've got a lot of it on the top left.
Yeah, I know. You can't, you know, that's the thing too. If you're gonna hold that texture, you can't, you just have to say, okay, I'm just spraying it again, because you only have a little while. And I haven't done much up there, so I just don't know. Can I do this thing? Or-
You've given me incentive now to finish my commission.
Well, thank you.
Yay.
Yay.
Maybe in January, I'll throw it to you.
It's money in the bank, Judy, money in the bank.
I know.
Judy, which is the second painting that sold?
I just texted it to Jeneane.
Okay. Okay, give me 4 more minutes and then I'll.
I love this peachy orange coming in as cantaloupe. That's beautiful.
Hey.
Beautiful. Great sky.
Yeah.
Also, I realized, you know, the thing is when you're working outdoors, there's an end. And when you're working indoors from a photograph, like there's no end exactly. You can just keep going till you wreck everything.
Is it dawn or sunset?
I think it's sunset. This is from Grace's house. Oh, no, sorry. This is up on that Jenkins Road. Yes, it's definitely
Oh, right.
sunset. Because that's the way that faces. The west is
Right.
the west.
The west is the west.
I did not use any yellow.
Jeneane, you were almost finished. It is, step back from it. Don't touch that sky. The sky is beautiful.
What, did I just
Oh,
wreck it?
now you need to cross the cloud over that.
Yeah.
lightning bolt. That dark cloud needs to go over it. Mute it.